Alvin! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alvin, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
We need to hurry!
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-super policy. Fine by me. Let's keep the work down. Now you see what I can do. Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
It's over! Take this! You're finished! Eat this!
Nothing gets by me!
Now are you ready? Demons descend! Flashing fang! Radiant light! Try harder! My turn! Regenerate! It's over! Now I'm in the threat! You're mine! Eagle fly! Summer wind! They smite the dragon blade! The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Summer wind! Take this!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! Do it! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
No, you can't, Rob.
You can't get out of this!
You're finished!
Ready and ready!
Dragon Swarm!
Eat this! One's all mine! I'm ready! Hey! Blow them away!
Now! Take this!
I can carve through one!
It's over! Win!
Raging Storm!
I'm ready!
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, this Olim kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers. It comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bones with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Shionne comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Shionne, then we defeat Vholran and liberate Dahna. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danan's fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shionne?
Of course not. Shionne's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shionne, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara. You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out. If they run you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to start.
Eat dirt!
Freeze, Lancer!
Thank you!
Sweet dreams!
You're mine!
Lightning
Rending you apart! Here I come! Severing wind!
Don't get careless.
No choice. Radiant light. Push of regeneration. Try harder. My turn. Allow me to help you. It's over.
Lightning condemned!
Take this. Here I come. Can you take it no further? You're on. Win.
Oh, now I'm real mad.
You're on. This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you. You're mine.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Take it!
I'm ready! Hey! Blow them away!
Now! Here I come! This one's all mine! Mirage! Severing wind!
unstoppable.
Right, here goes!
It's showtime!
No escape! Eat dirt!
Smite with blackened blade! I'll smash you!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
I'm not done!
One more.
Take it!
Raging cascade.
Air pressure!
Win!
Wicked Ghost!
Freeze lancer.
You're mine!
Not my fight!
I couldn't make it in time.
Imbued with
Win!
vanquished soul!
You're mine!
Resuscitation!
You're mine!
I can handle it!
No art of being interrupted! Far enough!
Proton flash.
Reflect can't get out of this!
did it!
No share!
Strike!
Shine!
Severing
Radiant
wind!
light! Ghost of regeneration!
You're finished!
Regeneration!
You're on! Try hard! Not a chance! This
Not in
one's
your
all
dreams.
mine! No
Don't
escape!
suffer in silence!
Severing wind! You picked the wrong fight!
Benediction light!
Take this!
Here!
You're on!
I really owe you one!
Slash! Swallow blade! Try harder! Not a chance! Swallow blade!
Eagle assault!
Now.
Win! Doubling! In an instant! Impact cross!
Shine!
My turn!
Radiant light! Talent!
Severing wind!
Come on,
Swallow
roll
blade!
now!
Thanks! Take this! Severing wind! You're mine!
Rending you apart! Bloody house!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
What's this thing?
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Resonate with the air! Stalagmite! On your
Ready to go!
Here I
Let
go!
Astral Energy into the wind!
I want you to instead! Can't get out of this!
Take this! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine! You're on!
Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
No chance!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Everyone hanging in there?
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. Feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I...
Let's see what we've got.
Take that freaking toasted! I'll tear you apart!
Lightning orb!
Let me see what I can do!
Here I come!
Sleep now.
Shine!
You're finished!
Radiant light!
I'll be
Force
done
of
on my
regeneration!
Severing wind! Here I
Regenerate!
come!
Eat this!
More when that came from.
I'm not done! Swallow blade! Wind!
Take this!
Lightning orb!
Can't get out of this! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
I owe you one! Take this!
Gale force!
This one's all mine!
You're finished!
Shine! Radiant
Eat
light!
dirt!
Force of regeneration!
Wind!
Regenerate!
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact cross! Now! Take this!
Elusive deity! I'll face you!
Severing wind! You're mine! You're finished! You're on!
Begin!
Gale force!
Severing wind!
Shine! Radiant light!
It's
Force
over!
of regeneration!
Double in an instant! Impact cross!
With this, I can become even stronger.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Sleeping on the ground beneath the heavens like this? Why, it's hard to complain.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did, just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense, though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dahna, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dahna, then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. Poodle, let me know if you sense anything.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Pick the wrong fight. Take this. Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Take this!
Here I come. You're finished. What is this?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this. Is this it?
I couldn't make it in time.
I owe you. No escape!
I'll take you.
Here I come! You're finished!
On your knees.
Severing wind!
Not in your dreams!
Thanks! Here I come! Severing not a chance!
I can carve through
I'm done!
In here!
This one's all
Shine
mine!
radiant light.
You picked the
Force
wrong
of
fight!
regeneration.
You're mine! You're finished!
Lightning
orb!
Silence. Eagle Prime. All things
I'm ready! Try harder!
Elusive Rinwell. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
You're mine! First strike! Here I come!
Oh, and you. In a bind.
Already stated this one.
Severing wind!
Elusive deity.
Here I come!
Taking
It's
fire.
over!
More where that came
First
from.
strike! Crush!
Challenge!
sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
That was a little close for comfort.
Ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
My turn! Here I come! Here I come! First strike!
I'm on. Now you see what I can do! Rending you
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
I'm ready! Goodwill! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
And it's my turn! Strike! Dragon Swarm! Win!
I'll finish you here and
Take
now!
this! It's over! You're mine! You're mine! Take this!
I'll tear you apart! In a bind?
It's over! Here I come!
I'll face you! I'm just getting started!
Here I come! You're finished!
I can handle it!
Now!
Going!
I'm ready for the next battle.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shionne? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Vholran. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renan like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shionne and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shionne is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shionne's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary art.
Alone. I'm all alone.